Y'all know what it is, man. DJ Wado, the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry, of course. You can hit us online, WadoRadio.com. Call us 877-559-2330. And look, man, I got a dude in studio with me right now. And this is the only introduction he needs, man. If you need a hit right now, this is the dude that you need to call, man. He laughing, but I'm serious, though, man. He's doing his thing. C-Lite, what up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Wado, man? Pleasure to be on here with you, bro.
Hey, man, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to Jersey. Welcome to Brick City, brother.
Yeah, man. First time rolling through here. It was looking like,
Beirut.
You said Beirut. I was like, dang, son. Jersey out here. But, yeah, man, it's good to be here with you, man. I've been listening to your show for forever, man. And, you know, I used to sit at my little computer and say, man, one day I'll be on Wado.
Hey, look, man, I remember the first time we met, though, at Allen Houston's joint a couple years ago,
yes.
man. You come a long way since then, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man.
It has. I remember I did just a small performance there, and I came over, I'm like, you're Wado. And you're like, yeah, I am. I said, no. And he was like, yeah, man, I got some notes for you, to hit me up on an email or something. And so,
Did I ever hit you up?
You totally ignored me.
I totally ignored you.
You ignored me, man.
You put me out there. Made me feel bad, man.
No, but I can understand, man. Probably getting flooded with stuff all the time. I mean, it happens. It's happening now with me, man.
I'm sure.
As things happen, you just you get so overwhelmed with, people that appreciate you, want your feedback, want some of your time, and, man, being stretched with ministry and family and the whole deal. It's like, it's very difficult, especially since there's usually a longing to want to speak to them, help them, talk to them.
Yeah.
But, being stretched thin, and the internet's made us so accessible.
I'm sure.
That it's...
You got the Facebook, the Twitter, all of that.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Did you envision it happening this quick or even happening at this level?
Never, man. I mean, I didn't think. I mean, Alex Medina, my good friend, man. He's been in touch with a lot of these guys who have been doing it real big in the Christian hip hop thing. So I always felt like there was those connections, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Yeah. But I never really felt like I needed to be jumping on that and pursuing that real quick and just trying to like, yo, what's up, man? Let me slide in here with what you're doing. Yeah, it was never really like that. I just said, man, if the time comes and it's appropriate, then it'll happen. And the Lord made it happen, man.
Speaking to Alex, I've heard him talk about how the background record kind of came about. Yeah. But I always know that there's multiple sides of a story.
Sure.
And not saying that what he's saying is not true, but I would just like to hear your version of how the whole background with Lecrae came about.
Yeah, so me and Alex took a trip to Philly to go to this conference, the Frequency Conference.
Yep.
With,
at Epiphany.
At Epiph, yeah.
Yep.
And so E-Mace was speaking, Matt Chandler, some other people. We just went. We had a great time, man. We drove down together. And on the way back up, he was just saying, we went to City College together. Yeah. And that's when I first met him. And he was actually one of the dudes that was real instrumental in making sure that I got discipled, got plugged in with Truce, really poured into my life, man. I owe so much to that brother. I love him. And he just always appreciated my music. He said, man, we should do something. I said, yo, both our names, Alex Medina and Andy Mineo. I said, let's work on like a 6-track EP called AM, The Wake Up. And so that'd be the name of the group, right? And he was like, yeah, bro. So we got back after that conference, and he sent me a track, and it was the one for background.
Wow.
And he sent me like a little clip of him singing.
I can play the background, do in my background. What you want me to see? Word is like a headlight. You can make my path right. Yeah, I can play the background. You know my background. What you want me to see? Your word is like a headlight. It can make my path right. But I had to hop on this like I jumped on Pluto. What I mean is out the universe where a Jew glow. I don't know what you know. Maybe you can clue me. I was just produced the same year as the Goonies. Taking out the Matrix the same year it was a movie. You may have to Google did you see the Lord pursue me way before preschool? Couldn't count my numbers.
Oh, it is painful, right? I'm gonna back around, and he's got his man. Alex, I know you're listening, man. I love you, bro. We're just making fun of you because he makes fun of himself. He said, I don't got a musical bone in me. He said it before, so it's true. And he's got his Spanish accent on there. He's like, what is like a headlight? I could play the background, So it's you hear the R's rolling. It's a hilarious. So he sent it to me, and I got an idea for it. I heard him say the word background, and I said, all right, let me let me just work this out. And so I just laid a little reference to it, just goofing off. He said, yo, I love it, man. Let's do it later. I said, all right. And we never really got to it because we were all working on stuff. And so Lecrae hit Alex up and said, you know, I'm working on a new project. What do you got? So he sent him that clip that had me singing on the hook and this beat. And he said, I love it.
So did you know he was going to send that to him?
No, I didn't.
Oh, he just sent him.
Alex just sent it over.
Oh, man.
I didn't know.
I could play the background. I could play the background. Cause I know sometimes I get in the fight. So won't you take the lead? Yeah. Won't you take the lead? Yeah. And I could play the background. And you could take the
And then so he hit me up and he said, yo, Lecrae loves his background. And I was like, oh, word, cool. I was like, all right, cool. So get somebody to sing on it. And, you know, because we didn't work on the record, so I was cool with it. I love that brother's ministry and what he's doing. So I said, let him rock. I said, just get somebody to sing on it and we'll do it. And he's like, all right, I will, man, later. So he calls me back and he goes, Lecrae wants you to sing on it. And I was like, me? I don't sing.
That's what when I first heard this song, I was like, where was he at on the song? The first time.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, where is he at on the song? And then I realized, like, yo, this brother sings now, too.
Yeah. I was like, bro, I don't sing. He's like, yo, just go in and try it. See what happens. I said, all right, man. So I went in there.
Lecrae must have heard something that...
Yeah, I don't know what it was, man. Yeah. Like, really, bro, it's just all God, son. Like, that he would, like... I was dabbling and singing, just goofing off a little bit and just trying things out. And I always enjoyed it, but I just never really felt like I had a good voice. Yeah. I still really don't. Never had any formal training, none of that stuff. So he came in and we did it, and I did it. I sent it back. They loved it, and I said, wow, man, this is hilarious. I rhymed for 10 years, and then all of a sudden, the first song that I'm on, it's a major release, is me singing. I was like, God, it's so funny, man. So that's just opened up doors and opportunities for me to be a little more confident in just in singing and using melody really as another tool to reach people. So
so another big record that you're on right now, the Flame joint for Put On.
Yeah.
How'd that come about, man?
Alex Medina again. So Alex Medina produced the first joint, and then he background, and then he produced that one and sent it to me.
So really what it is if you need a hit, you need to call Alex and C-Lite.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah, Alex is killing it right now. Just got sponsored by Fruity Loops.
I saw that.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
Ninth Wonder and Alex Medina. Okay. Yeah. So he got sponsored, and there's a crazy testimony there too. I haven't tell you about that. So he hit me up and he said, yo, this was the title line. Flame says he wants something swagged out. And I was like, one, I hate that word. Two, I was like, all right, let me go and I'll try to do something. And I did it. You know, I'm kind of just like, I grew up in Syracuse, like inner city, but you know, I'm a white dude. I'm not like super swagged out. You know what I'm saying? So I said, putting on a new, this is what it was, this is what it do. I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Let's try that. So I put it on, and I sent it back to him. And so I just kind of came up with the whole concept for the song and everything, put the hook, sent it, and then what's his name laid his vocals, and it came out.
The rest is history.
The rest is history, you know. And both of those songs just did really well on their projects, and I'm just like humbled, man.
Now we had a bit of controversy with the Put On record because when it was initially released, you weren't credited on there. Yeah. Did you feel some kind of way about that, man?
Absolutely, man. And just being honest, I'm careful as I share this because one, I love and appreciate what Flame is doing ministry wise. But you know, I just had to pray through the situation and talk about it with Flame and just give him my perspective. And so there was just a misunderstanding on his side and my side. His side being, you know, if I say that C-Lite's featured on here, people are gonna think he's doing a verse when really he's just doing the hook. And so he's like, I didn't want people to get disappointed if I said you was on there and all you did was the hook. And I was saying, but I think the hook is probably one of the it's the hook, you know, it's what hooks people. It's kind of one of the more important parts of the song. And so there's a misunderstanding there, but I called him and I said, hey man, these are 5 reasons. And I wrote it out and prayed about it before I called him. I said, these are 5 reasons why I think it was a bad decision to not put it on there. And I was like, but you already pressed, 50,000 copies or whatever, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, man. All right, let's try to fix the digital release then if we can.
Sure.
And so I said, one, I have a fan base, and I think that they would appreciate something I'm on and want to pick it up. That would help out your sales and reach more people. Two, I'm a new artist, you know what I'm saying? And you have a large platform, and for me being able to share that with you, it would be great exposure for me, and as I'm creating good gospel-centered content and music, it would create more opportunity for people to get good music.
Sure.
That reflects Christ. Three, I'm featured on the song, so you should say featured. Four, and a couple other reasons I won't get into, but I just felt like I should have got some of the credit on there. And it's tough too as a Christian artist, and you're getting like, it's not really about me, it's about Jesus, but sometimes you feel like, man, I want to get credit and just let people appreciate what I've done and be steered to more good gospel-centered music. So they did finally fix it, I think, last week. It finally says on iTunes and stuff, featuring C-Lite, but I think the small group of like people that are into the music and into the culture, Christian hip hop, knew it was me. Yeah. And so even as it started going up on YouTube and stuff, people were saying, "Oh, this is him," But it's fine. It got fixed. But I'm just glad the record's doing well, man, and that it's been able to impact people's lives and encourage them and give them good music.
I will say, man, I think one thing that's interesting is that those are probably the two biggest records, definitely, to come out in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And those are probably the two on each record, the biggest song on each record, man. Yeah. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. It's humbling, man, to see how that's happened. And I'm just grateful for those opportunities to rock with these guys who are well-respected ministers and have been doing it for a while. And it just really gets me excited thinking about my project coming up and saying, man, I've worked with these guys, but now I got something fresh for you.
Did it kind of take, I know you talked about this a little bit on background, but like some getting used to, even from a pride perspective, it's like you said, you've been rapping for 10 years.
Sure.
And it's like, now cats want you to do hooks.
Yeah. It was, I mean, for me, it wasn't really a pride thing. It was like, man, cool, I get an opportunity to rock with these guys.
Sure.
And, let them minister on the songs. I wasn't really sweating it. Like, I want to rap on, I want to rap.
Yeah,
it wasn't like that, but I have been getting a lot of calls lately to do hooks and features and stuff like that. And I've had to say, you know what, I'm really focusing on my project, and I have to make sure that the time that I invest is just well spread out, and with the right people. And I'm not just a hook singing artist or whatever. So, I just did a joint. I just featured on. I don't know if I should tell y'all this, but you're gonna get the break if
nice. We like to get the scoop.
Trip Lee's dropping an EP, and I just did a hook for him and a verse. Okay. So I did a small verse on it on a new song that I think is gonna be a huge record called
Well, they only call you for huge records though.
Love on Display. I think
Love on Display.
Dave, my manager, Dave Ham. Big shout outs to him.
He's he's okay.
He's an incredible brother, man. I love this dude. He's directed The Background, Gage's best friend. Yeah. He directed No Tombstone, and he directed the new single that we just put out, God Belongs in My City. Yeah. Incredible dude. Love him to death, man. And so he said, man, I think this is bigger than even the other songs that we already put together. He's like, I really like this one. So I said, wow, man, crazy. So we'll see what it does.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big,
I think
man.
you guys will like it, man.
God Belongs in My City. Definitely wanted to talk to you about that, man. How'd you link up with Danny and the whole movement, man? And just even for the people maybe that's outside of New York that haven't quite experienced the full thing yet. Like, I remember I was down in, where was I at this summer? I was in North Carolina this summer. Mm-hmm. I had on one of the T-shirts, and everybody was coming up to me asking me about it after the concert, like, yo, what's that? But just for the people, I mean, we kind of make you the unofficial God Belongs in My City spokesperson right now. But just talk about the movement, man.
Well, the movement started a couple years ago. There was an atheist campaign that came through New York. I remember you guys seen that. It said, you can be good without God or whatever. And then that's not the only foundation of it. But in response to that, there was a group of young kids from Brooklyn who got together on Facebook and said, these campaigns are going around. They're on our subways. They're everywhere. We need to stand and pray. Begin to really pray for our city. And out of that birthed this really viral movement where people went on Facebook and they were just saying, listen, this is the place and time that we're going to meet. And we got these shirts pressed that says God Belongs in My City. We're all going to wear them.